Hey everybody, welcome to your mat. Today's class has a big focus on hips and hamstrings. We'll get started out kneeling at the back of our mat. So just make your way to the back of your mat, and then we'll separate the knees outside of hip distance. Maybe the big toes touch behind us. Then you'll settle your hips back and down toward the heels, and then begin to crawl your hands forward, letting your torso lower between the thighs, finding a child's pose. Maybe your forehead comes all the way down to the ground. Just ease your way into it. And if child's pose doesn't feel good yet for you this morning, you can start out laying on the belly. Wherever you are, just start to rock the head side to side a few times. And then start to rock your hips side to side. And then pause for just a couple breaths in stillness. And then take an inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Again, breathe in through the nose. Open the mouth. One more time, breathe in through the nose. Pausing at the top. Open the mouth. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, round through the spine as you lift up onto your hands and your knees, finding cat position. Walking the knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Keep puffing up the back of the heart. And then on an inhale, draw your heart forward, lengthen the chest forward, finding your cow. Exhale takes you back to cat. Inhale to your cow. One more round. Exhale to your cat. Inhale to your cow and pause in your cow position. Heart is forward. Stay here, shift a little forward. Make some circles around the wrists. Just a couple of times and then reverse the direction. And then pause in the center. Lower your forearms down to the ground. And then walk your knees back in space, finding just a little knees down forearm plank to begin here. Try to lengthen out from the top of the head. We reach forward, pressing down into the knees. The hips are lifted up off the ground. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can tuck your toes and lift the knees up off the ground, finding forearm plank. Any version, just pause, really press down into the forearms. Knitting everything in toward the midline for 3. For 2. And we all lower the knees, the hips, the belly, find ourselves in Sphinx pose, the heart nudging forward. Shoulders down away from the ears as you lengthen through the chest. Take an inhale here. And then exhale floats you down, forehead toward the mat. Slide your hands back underneath the shoulders for cobra pose. Press into the hands, lift the heart, breathe in. Exhale takes you back down toward the ground. 2 more like that. Cobra pose. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale takes you down. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Keep the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back to tabletop position. And then tuck your toes. Hover your knees just over the mat, like half an inch. Shift a little forward. Look over your ledge, over your edge. Let the shoulders come past the wrists, past the finger pads. And then shift yourself back like a floating child's pose, sending hips toward heels. One more time. Shift forward. Look over the edge. Then shift back, floating child's pose. Stay here in your floating child's pose and slowly start to lift the hips up high. Tailbone leads the way as you lift up. And then as you find downward facing dog, start to pedal out the feet. Then pause in your downward facing dog. Lift the heels up high. Take an inhale. As you lift the heels up high, bend the knees a lot. Lift the tailbone up a little higher. And then as you exhale, keep the tailbone lifting as you start to reach the heels back toward the ground. Just in that direction, not necessarily reaching the ground. Inhale, lift the heels one last time. Tailbone lifts, slight bend in the knees. Keep the bend in the knees, keep the tailbone lifted as you lower the heels back toward the ground. Feeling a nice lengthening across the hamstrings. Last breath here. And then heel toe the feet together. On an inhale, the right leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee. Start to make some circles around the right hip socket. 2 or 3 circles, biggest circles you can draw. And then reverse direction. Then reach that right leg high. Dial the right hip down so we're squaring off. Take an inhale as you lift high onto left toes. As you exhale, stay in this downward facing dog shape, but start to draw the right knee toward the body. So right knee in toward the belly, toward the chest, and then keep the knee drawing in as you shift way forward, way forward. Let the shoulders come past the wrists, maybe past the fingers. Inhale, three-legged dog. The right leg is high. Exhale again, just like that. Stay in your down dog shape. Draw the right leg in toward the body. Keep it compressed in as you shift forward, rounding up through the upper back, finding your cheetah or core plank. Inhale, three-legged, last time. Exhale, find that compression. Draw thigh into belly, shift way forward, round through the upper back, shift forward, look over your ledge. Then soften the right knee down underneath the right hip, open up to supported side plank, swiveling the right shin behind you. Reach left arm up and over, big side body stretch. And then reach the left arm up high. Bend the left elbow, letting the fingertips graze behind the ear. On an inhale, lean left elbow and shoulder back. And as you exhale, left elbow moves toward right elbow, but we don't pull on the head. So just squeezing elbow toward elbow. Inhale opens you back up. Create some space across the chest. Exhale, elbow toward elbow. One more, breathe in, open up. Exhale, elbow toward elbow. Pause here, just feel that little stretch across the back left ribs. Inhale opens you back up. Reach your left arm up and over, and then rise for gate pose. Standing on the right shin and the left foot, we let the left hand slide down the leg as the right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, upright the torso, both arms reach up high. As you exhale, bring the fingertips down toward the temples. Stay tall through the chest, draw the low belly in, knit everything in toward the midline. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to lean forward, bowing the torso forward, letting the crown of the head lead as you reach it in the forward ahead of you. One breath here. Then we lower the hands down to the ground. Press into the hands as you shift your weight more into the right knee. Look over at your left foot. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we lift the left foot off the ground any degree, trying to get it up maybe toward hip height. Holding there. Tap the ground. Lift it back up. Tap it down. Lift it up. One more time, tap. One more time, lift. This time we hold for 3. Shift a little more weight into your left hand for 2. Last breath, we lower all the way down. Rise back up onto your right shin and left foot. Reach the arms up high. As you exhale, cactus out the arms. Bring the hands to the low back. We find a little camel press here, pushing the hips forward. The chest lifts. And then slowly upright your torso. Look to your right. High plank. Plant the hands. Step the right foot to meet the left. Shift yourself a little forward. Hold it here. Option to lower to your knees as we find chaturanga. Bend the elbows straight back. Cobra or up dog on your inhale. Heart is forward. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Pike your hips up high. On an inhale, the left leg lifts high this time. 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Make some circles, 2 or 3 big circles. And then we reverse. Then send the left leg up high. Dial the left toes down. Squaring off the hips. Take an inhale as you lift high onto the right toes. As you exhale, we keep the down dog shape, but draw the left thigh in toward the belly. Find that compression, then shift way forward. Let the shoulders come past the wrists, past the finger pads. Inhale, 3-legged, left leg is high. Exhale, we find that compression first. Squeeze it in, then shift forward. Shift way forward, look over that ledge, keep compressing. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, draw it in. Compress first, then shift forward, hold it here, hold. Then we soften the left knee down underneath the left hip, opening up to our supported side plank, the right arm reaching up and over. Then reach the right arm up, bend the right elbow, let the fingertips graze behind the right ear. On an inhale, lean the right shoulder and elbow back, breathe in. As you breathe out, right elbow moves toward left elbow. Not pulling on the head. Inhale opens you up. Exhale, elbow toward elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow toward elbow and pause. Hold it here. Then reopen. Inhale. Reach your right arm up and over the ear. And as you exhale, we rise up for gate pose, standing on the left shin and the right foot. Right hand slides down the outer right leg. Left arm reaching up and over. The hips pressing forward. Inhale, upright the torso. Reach both arms up. And then bring the fingertips down just outside of the temples. Take an inhale here, firming through the core. As you exhale, bow the torso forward, just hinging at the hip. Sending your tailbone back as the crown of your head reaches forward. Pause there. And then we all lower both hands down to the ground. Stay here, shifting your weight into the hands and the left shin. Look at your right foot. Take an inhale. Lift your right foot up off the ground as you exhale. Any degree of lift. Lift it up and lower it down. Lift and lower. We lift and lower. Next time we lift, we hold. Lean a little more into the right hand. Hold it here for 3 and 2. Lower it down. Rise back up to your gate shape on the left shin and the right foot. Inhale, arms up high. We cactus out the arms on the exhale. Bring the hands down to the low back for our camel variation. Press the hips forward. Squeeze your glutes. Lift the chest. And then gently upright the torso. Look to your left. High plank. Plant the hands. Step left foot to meet the right. Shift forward in your high plank. Option to lower to your knees as we find chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Inhale, lift the heels up high and then tiptoe your way to the top of the mat. Feet to hands, forward fold. And then find your chair pose. At the top of your mat, chair pose. Go ahead and bring the hands to the heart. From here, in our chair pose, just lift and lower the hips an inch or so. Feel it out. Then pause. Peel the left heel up off the ground. Sink a little deeper into the right leg. Hold it here. See if maybe you can start to curl the left heel in towards your glutes. Pause. Hold it right here. Start to tip your torso forward. Keep squeezing the left heel in towards your glutes. And then upright your torso, return to chair, both feet on the ground. Pause. Stay in your chair. That same heel is going to lift up again. Left heel lifts up. Curl the left heel in towards your glutes if you can. Then tip forward, bowing the torso forward. Tip, tip, tip. Then upright the torso. Stay bent in the right knee. Return to your chair. Good job. Stay in your chair. One last time. Same side. Left heel peels up. Start to curl your left heel in towards your glutes. Tip your torso forward. Hold it here. Now we start to slowly reach the left foot toward the back of the mat. We'll all meet in runner's lunge. When you're ready, the left toes land at the back of the mat and the fingers come down. Tenting up your fingers here. Start to straighten and bend through the right leg. And then the next time the right leg is straight, stay there. Walk your right hand back. And then we're going to open up to triangle pose. So your left foot will turn flat. And then you'll start to peel the left arm up toward the ceiling. Maybe taking your gaze up toward the left thumb, lean the left shoulder back. Tuck the right hip underneath you. One last breath. And we meet in wide-legged fold. Bring the left hand down and crawl both hands toward the left side of your mat. Turn your toes in, heels out, and then bend into one knee at a time. Just shift a little side to side. And then pause in the center. Wide-legged fold. Maybe you keep your hands underneath you for support. Maybe you crawl the hands through the legs, letting the crown of your head reach toward the ground. Maybe you reach out and catch opposite or catch the ankles. Last breath here. Curl the hands back underneath the shoulders, and then crawl your hands all the way over to the left foot, runner's lunge. Keep the hands down, and then step the right foot to meet the left, chair pose. In your chair, go ahead and bring the hands to the heart. Sink into your chair, maybe lift and lower the hips an inch or so, then pause. The right heel peels up from the ground this time. Hold it right here. If you can, start to squeeze the right heel in toward the glutes. And then we tip forward, tip, tip, tip the torso forward. Pause. Lift the torso back up. Find your chair. Right foot meets left. Pause. Same side. Right heel peels up. Maybe the heel squeezes in toward the glutes. Start to tip forward. Keep that deep bend in left knee. Upright the torso, super slow. Plant the right foot by the left, chair pose. One more time, same side, right heel peels up. Pull the heel in toward the glutes. Tip yourself forward and pause. Hold it here. Slowly we start to reach the right leg toward the back of the mat. Ultimately, all landing in our runner's lunge with fingers on the ground. Take your time to get there. And when you find it, start to straighten and bend through the front knee. Next time the front leg is straight, we find our triangle pose, the right foot flat. Left hand maybe walks back an inch or two. Start to peel open the right chest. Maybe looking up towards your right thumb. Left hip snuggling underneath you. One more breath here. And then bring the right hand down. We find our wide-legged fold, crawling our hands off the left side of the mat once again. Toes in, heels out. This time, go ahead and find your fold. Anything that feels good for 3 breaths. And then we'll start to meet back in a halfway lift, hands underneath the shoulders. Then we crawl the hands over to the right foot. Step the left foot to meet the right foot, chair pose. Hands to heart. Sink down into your chair, hips reaching back. And then peel your left heel up off the ground. Stay here, sink a little lower. If you can, pull the left heel in towards your glutes, and then start to tip yourself forward. Hold it right here. Hold it in the tip forward. Then keep the left heel in toward the glutes, but can you straighten the standing leg? Straighten the standing leg and start to reach your left leg back. So warrior 3, nice and controlled. Pause in your warrior 3. Rise up to stand, bring your left knee toward the chest. Then send it back to your warrior 3 with control. Again, we stand up, rise up, bring the knee toward the chest. Return to your warrior 3. The change is coming. Start to stand up, rise up, bring the knee toward the chest. Hold it right here. Then we'll lower the left knee to meet the right, but lower the left hand down. Maybe left hand catches left ankle, and you start to kick left foot into hand, finding dancer. Anything you like with the right hand for balance. If you'd like to keep a hold of your left foot, if you've caught it, we're moving to half moon, reaching the right fingers down toward the ground. If you'd like to release the foot and reach the right fingers down, you're welcome to do so as well. And everyone releases the foot. We land in warrior 2. Left foot lands at the back of the mat. Gaze out over the right middle finger. Take up a lot of space here. And bring the hands to the heart. Look at your left foot. To the left foot, Skandasana, that side lunge. Bend into the left knee. Let the right toes point up toward the ceiling. And then crawl your hands all the way to the inside of the right foot as we find high lizard lunge. Shift a little forward and back in your high lizard. And then soften your left knee down. We'll find half split, straightening out the right leg. And so it's kind of on a diagonal. You can keep it there. If you'd like, you can explore moving out into full split. Just a few breaths wherever you are. And then slowly we'll make our way back to half split. And then back to your runner's lunge with the hands on the ground. Tuck onto your back toes. Then step back to your high plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. To your downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift the heels up high. Bend your knees. Tiptoe step, hop or float. Feet to hands. Forward fold at the top of your mat. To our chair pose. Bend into the knees. Go ahead and bring the hands to the heart. Finding your chair, we peel the right heel up off the ground. Sink a little deeper. If you can, draw the right heel in toward the glutes, and then start to tip forward, lean forward, stay deeply bent in the left knee, hold it here. Then can you straighten the left leg, the standing leg, start to reach the right leg back in space, warrior 3. And just notice how this side feels compared to the first. And just let it be whatever it is. Start to rise up to stand, bring the right knee with you. And then send yourself back to that warrior 3 with control. Rise back up, bring the right knee toward the chest. Send it back behind you, warrior 3. A change is coming. Draw the right knee in toward the chest. Then lower the right knee to meet the left. Look over your right shoulder, reach your right hand down, maybe right hand and foot meet together and you find your dancer pose, starting to kick foot into hand. And then from here, we're going to move to half moon. If you'd like to keep a hold of the right foot, we'll all just reach the left hand down to the ground, but you're welcome to release the right foot to find your half moon shape. And we all gently release the foot, and we'll land in warrior 2. Right foot lands at the back of the mat. Take up space. Gaze softly out over your left middle finger. Then bring the hands to the heart. Look at your right foot. Skandasana to the right foot. Bend into the right knee. Let the left toes peel up. Then we crawl our hands to the inside of the left foot, finding a high lizard lunge for just a moment, shifting a little forward and back. And then we soften the right knee down for half split, straighten out the left leg. So once again, we find ourselves on a slight diagonal. If you'd like to stay here, you can, or if you'd like to see and explore into full split or in that direction, welcome to start to slide or lift and reach the left heel out farther. Just a few breaths. And then slowly we'll start to make our way back to half split. And then our runner's lunge. Rebend into the left knee, tuck onto the right toes. Step back to your high plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog and pause. Stay here, really lift the heart. Press into the hands. Child's pose as you exhale, hips toward heels. And maybe you separate the knees a little bit more, create some space. And walk your hands towards you just slightly, enough for you to bring the knees together underneath you. And then see what your child's pose feels like now. Lowering your torso down to lay over the thighs. And then start to walk the hands back up towards you. Move your legs out of the way and have a seat. Any comfortable seat. Maybe Sukhasana with one leg crossed in front of the other. Sitting up nice and tall, let the chin fall toward the chest. And then roll the head over toward the left ear toward left shoulder. Chin to the chest. Right ear toward right shoulder. Chin to the chest. And then with the eyes still closed, lift your chin. Maybe you lift your chin all the way up toward the ceiling. And then bring your chin back down to neutral. Keep the eyes closed, and we'll conclude our practice with 3 breaths. Go ahead and start by exhaling. And then take a gentle breath in through the nose. Pause when your lungs are full, and then open the mouth. Again, we breathe in through the nose, gently. When the lungs are full, open the mouth. And then one final time together, receive that gentle in-breath through the nose, and then open the mouth. Allow the mouth to close, and blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and we get to practice together again soon.